Okay.
Wisdom is the consciousness of the art that man and God are one. That's how it ought to be. That's what we're taught. That's how it ought to be. Cause truth don't change. And life is a part of me. But wisdom is the consciousness of the art that man and God are one. That's how it ought to be. That's what we're taught. That's how it ought to be. Cause truth don't change. And life is a part of me. But wisdom is the consciousness of being conscious that you're conscious, of being conscious that you're conscious, cause you can go back to sleep or return to the state where the prophet found you. Wisdom is the consciousness of being conscious that you are unconscious, dripping in the cares of the world that almost drown you. And now the rock of your salvation is only a step away from everything you used to do and everything you used to say and all those harmful things you kept around you. Oh, if I can get you to think, I can get you to free yourself. You are Moorish Americans, be yourself. Our prophet, noble to island, that's what he taught. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Cause wisdom is the consciousness of the heart that man and God are one. That's how it ought to be. That's what we're taught. That's how it ought to be. Cause truth don't change. And life is a part of me. But wisdom is the consciousness of the heart that man and God are one. That's how it ought to be. That's what we're taught. That's how it ought to be. Cause truth don't change. And life is a part of me. But wisdom is the consciousness.
It is the knowledge of the lower self.
I'm back. Sorry for the delay.
Okay. Now let's break down the wisdom. It is the consciousness that made us all. And a lot of men are one, the north is
I'm gonna pick it up fast. Let's pick it up fast.
power is but illusion.
Press what if you can hear me.
In hell are not around, above, below, but within. Which in the light of art becomes naught, and Allah is all mercy, all power, all wisdom, all knowledge, all truth. We got the proof. Making surety that man will be.
Hold up, man. Let's pick it up, man. Shout out to Temple 11. I'm gonna try to make this happen.
That's the current mission. See it all through and become one with the truth.
Wisdom is the consciousness of the heart that man.
All right, man. Let's get it started. What's up, man? We ready to rock?
Yeah. Islam,
man.
I'm trying to be your friend, man.
I'm trying to be your friend, man. They don't believe me, though.
Help me out.
Meet me halfway. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. I wanna be your friend. Shut up, bro. Peace and love. I said you ain't never met a boy like me, and you ain't never ever wait. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. Bring it up. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never met a boy like me, and you ain't never ever make me fun again. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. They say I used to be a thug until I met the prophet. Now I'm all about love, truth, peace, and freedom till I return to Allah. One day we gon' meet her. I'm all about justice. That's the focus of the message. Sometimes Asiatics make me wanna forget the lessons. I'll be all up in my passion. I'ma rock this, man. I'ma rock this, man. I start laughing. A grown man with a ponytail. Another calling up Neanderthal. And he all playing. I mean, for real, this is what it comes to, my brother. We got this. We back! We scholarly, and we can get gutter. We are the children of a father and the rest of our mother. I ain't sitting like that all and first of all, we people want to be trying to break the soul. You need to kill my brother and tell them I have the same. Bring it up, my man. Bring it up. Both them things. I can take the feds off and get us back in the low. Every term through the state is where they used to call it. No, I'm burning with the prophet of Allah. One love, not war. Standing on that floor. In the rain. Up, man. We back in the building. That might be too deep. Real calm down. See, I probably was an idol. Do you know where that is? Egyptian adapt is a brother who lived by the universal science developed in the Nile. We call it Islamism, but it's the same, my child. So that's the we gonna turn it up, master. I train not all the way up, but I might have to bang you up. I still love you. And those that's talking that this ain't Islam. Everything the prophet brought is in the Quran. All that other stuff, prostrate and cover up is just the start. And there's space to me, the law is the heart. You can just like a example, you can just like a herb. By the Moorish Paradigm, unifies the word. You can say, but I want to talk Dr. Joe. But he gave you different variations of the same thought. You want to appreciate that. You want to appreciate that. Appreciate the whole enterprise. You ride lead. People refuse to admit it. You the first one to get it. Europeans hope that the Moors will begin it from here. Strong, alive and well, resurrected from hell. With a story to tell, so pay attention and listen. And consider the facts. You know it's humanly impossible for you to be black. I guess the child is yellow, a Mexican is brown. Just think for a second how ridiculous it sounds. We can turn it around, but we must unite. It's okay to disagree, but we don't have to fight. Because we have to fight. You know how we get. I'm still learning now. No, we're not there yet. So what with the fam and I'm ready with you. And let's all work together and do what we gotta do. Cause on the real side, we haven't made no progress since 1929. When the prophet has the flesh, we gotta integrate the president. Men running men, cycle shooting up a club, don't see his own sin. And those that said it conscious and took your fuck. Move straight to Hollywood, straight living it up. And y'all picking it up. Just trees and getting, but it was Chevrolet. Help set it all up. Be careful what you put on yourself, cause it could blind you. Unfortunately, the people get paid to misguide you, Oh yeah, I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never, and you ain't never, and you ain't never, ever. You ain't never met a more like this, and you ain't never, ever gonna be one again. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. Let's go, man. Peace and love. Oh yeah, you ain't never met a more like this, and you ain't never, ever gonna meet one again. And let me be your. Let's start the show. You ready to start the show? You ready to start the show? Let's go. Come on. I'll be there for you, won't remember. I'm gonna be there for you, won't remember. That's right. I'll be there for you, won't remember. To have a faith, one line to the left, call my number. I'll be there for you, won't remember. I'm gonna be there for you, won't remember. That's right. I'll be there for you, won't remember. To have a faith, one line to the long call. You were the first and you were the first. I was talking about my enemy. I was going to speak against the prophet. You're going to be against me. Let's speak about the prophet over you. You want your first to be mine. You invite you back. See what I'm going to know. It's the same as your neck. Told you wasn't black. Who's the straight back? You tripping on trust. You need to be tripping on back. And here we go again, acting like you're a slave. The same people taught European how to pay. They're looking at women by European hair. So now for self, but do the men really care? Yeah, love, but they aren't love for you. Whole generation take the pill, weed and serve. Yeah, they all know why. Future, amigo, but when I'm not for I got this all making trouble. I'm gonna say it's all black when it's under the cover. Now, sight. I'll be there for you, go remember. I'm gonna be there for you, go remember. I'll be there for you, go remember. The way, one line to the law, call my number. I'll be there for you, go remember. I'm gonna be there for you, go remember. That's right. I'll be there for you, go remember. The way, one line to the law, call my number. Superstars out. It's ever for the record. You ain't coming on the ground, then you working in the person. You know it sound good, but that's only on the surface. Probably working for the people. Now tell me what's your purpose. Ain't worried about your homie, but know that I know every move that I can fast. He ain't my bro. Yeah, you know I ain't slow. I seen it all before. I didn't try to kill the prophet, it was all for show. And somebody right now, don't say that I'm knocked down. I'm coming for my back. What you want? I want my town. What you want? My share, my bottle, my school, my nation. The time, the connection, and the base. y'all keep hating for what? Love is the savior. You know, love yourself, love your king, love your neighbor. That's why we kill and fight and burn it out of your way. If you know the Moorish love, then get out of my face. Just trying to love China. That's how you love India. You can let the Moorish love. Let's go. I be the one you gon' remember. Keep going. If I die, I'll be the one you gon' remember. That's how. When I stop, I be the one you gon' remember. Get back. Say it again. Come on.
I'll be that more you gonna remember.
Say what?
I'm gonna be that more you gonna remember.
That's right.
I'll be that more you gonna remember. To Hawker Bay front line to the law, call my number.
Give it up. It's love. It's love. It's love. Bring it up. Bring it up. Now bring it down. Now grip it. And now it's love. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another edition of Moorish Paradigm TV, where we gonna get it in, man. We gonna get it in. All is well. Everything is not as it seemed to be. So I want.
That man look like you.
See, here we go again. Here we go again. Come on, man. Can I do this?
Yeah, but somebody is.
I know what they said, but I'm just saying, but can I do this?
Yes.
I mean, you're going to get your turn. Why you always trying to steal my show? We gonna, come on, man. All right, we're going to share. Can we share?
Yes.
It's not. It's not. All right, I'll let you share. Before we go any further, say the Moorish American prayer. Bring us in, brother. Bring the family. Hold up. Let me get with you. You be moving too fast. I'm hyper, but come on, man. I mean, let's go. Let's go.
Allah, the Father Universe.
Allah, the Father Universe.
The Father Love.
The Father of Love.
Truth.
Peace.
Freedom. And justice. Allah, my protector.
Allah is my protector.
My guide.
My God.
And my salvation.
By night. And by day. Through his holy prophet. Through Ali. Amen. Islam. So we didn't open up the show. The Prophet over Ali teaches us that all meetings are to be open, closed, proper, court, to accept, love, truth, freedom, and justice. And here we go, family. Let me say this. Let me rise and give praise to the great God of the universe, Allah. I give honor to his noble, illustrious Prophet Noble Drew Ali, because if it wasn't for Prophet Noble Drew Ali, you wouldn't see no me. Or you would see me, but I wouldn't be the me that you see. And that me, I really don't want to be. I messed that up, but I'm going to get with it. So anyway, South people in the building. Star Walker Elroy. Bro, I need you to get at me. To HawkerBay@yahoo.com. We need to hit these streets. We need to get it jumping. We need to change our environment. Brother, hit me. To HawkerBay@yahoo.com. We need to, hey, I'm gonna do like they do. I'm going to do like they do the sisters in the hood. You got to get at me. Get at me. No. So look, family, we're going to take you on a ride real quick, but let me address a few things. Let me straighten my son up, because he throws goofy on any old kind of way sometimes.
You should straighten it
up. Hey, why you be telling that? My bad. Anyway, check this out. So there's been a lot going on today. Let me first address, and I'm gonna tone it down. Let me first address that a lot of people sent me emails. A lot of people sent me text messages that they had my number, inboxes from Facebook about brothers going live, making crazy accusations. And in actuality, let me tell you, it actually really helps us on our mission to dispel all the nonsense. It actually really helps us. You know, one of the accusations was made about D. Belial. He's actually my supreme grand sheik. And these allegations was made against him back in 2004. Actually, these allegations that was made against the brother in 2004 was made against him by people that rocked with him for over 10 years before they made any of these assertions. But I won't want to get into that too much. I want to first say that we're going to address that on a Wednesday show. What's today? Monday? Today, Monday. We're going to address that on a Wednesday show. We're going to clear up all the misunderstanding. And I say misunderstanding because I think it's wonderful that at this day and time that people would even care. Remember, if y'all seen the show, can anybody press 1 if they seen the show today on the other network? And anybody press 1 if anybody's seen the show. If y'all haven't seen the show, I'm going to tell you there was some horrendous, despicable allegations that were made against the elder Grand Sheik D. Baliel. Some despicable ones. But it's okay, family. Listen, it's okay. We living in a time now that we want this stuff to come out. We want these rumors. We want this slander. We want it all to come out. We want it all to come out. And the reason why we want it all to come out so we can address it. I want to address it. I have no problem with it. And once it's addressed, ain't no more you can say. Ain't no more you can say. I'm going to address it so responsibly. So responsibly. I'm going to show that, that the allegations is, that's what the brothers on the other thing did. That's what they are. What you want me to call them? I don't know what else. I don't know what you want me to call them. I'm not. Wednesday, let me tell you. Wednesday, I'm going to address it. I'm going to address where they came from. I'm going to give you the historical account, how it even came into existence. And when y'all see, I want y'all to share. I'm going to put out a flyer. I'm going to put out a flyer probably today. If you're on Facebook or you catch it on Facebook, I want y'all to share it because I want it to be spread far and wide. I told brothers, I said, look here, I don't want you sending stuff through my phone and threaten that you're going to expose something. I said, go ahead and expose it. And I said, I really would appreciate it if you do it on the biggest network that you can, so we can have a bigger platform in clearing up this madness. You know what I'm saying? And clearing up this madness. Because this madness was started back in 96. I think that's my understanding. Absolutely, Mr. Wingo, emphatically no. Emphatically no. He did not. Like I said, brother, I want to say this. If these things are anywhere remotely near true, no, not jam, not at all, not at all. If these things are remotely near true, hold up. if these things are remotely near true, brother, why don't you got the charge papers? Like, where are the charge papers? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show. Jam. What are you talking about? What I said? Tell me what I said, brother. Brother, you want to call in? Let's let Jam call in. Let's deal with this real quick. Let's deal with this real quick before we go on the show. I knew this was going to take over the show, but let's deal with Jam real quick. Jam. I don't know what you say I told Sinetta. You know what I mean? I said, I think you're talking about when I said 2004. They came out in 2004. But the incident that they talking about, I hear that it supposed to have happened in 96. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I got to piece this puzzle together so I can bring it to the people. That's it. You know what I mean? Come on. You got to wait for it. You got to wait for it. You're going to wait for it, brother. I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Look, this is the thing. It's definitely not true. I'm definitely going to, I still want to bring it out to the people because let me tell you something. This is a lot. I came into this grand body 3 years ago. And when I came into the grand body, I was assured that from all the evidence that's presented that there was just rumors and it was slander to try to break up an organization. That's what it was. You know what I mean? See, bro, I'm about to get you out, Jam. Oh, Jam. Stop. Jam.
Stop making fun.
On Wednesday, brother, I'm going to put the timeline together, brother. I like to bring evidence. I'm not going to come here talking. I'm going to bring timeline, paperwork, evidence, brother. That's why I'm waiting till Wednesday. I got to put the timeline together, brother. I got to show who said it, why they said it. I need to put the timeline together. Oh, jam. Yeah, yeah. Brother, you can go light or I can block you, brother. If you can't wait till Wednesday, brother, come on, man. You like drama too. Come on, man. We're not tripping off that drama. So look, family, I'm gonna close on this. On Wednesday, I will be addressing the allegations. I will be showing the timeline. You know what I mean? I will be addressing the transition. Yeah, Jack. Oh, jam.
Stop making fun of his name.
Jam.
Stop making fun of his name.
Okay, all right. So look, anybody can wait till Wednesday. It's not that serious. It's light work. It's light work. We're gonna deal with it.
We just need one day to figure out.
Huh?
We just need one day to figure it out.
Yeah, we're gonna put the timeline together. We gotta show people what happened from 1996 to 2017. We can't do that. You barely can do it in one day. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So you need to think about it first for one day, and then the next day
we're gonna put it together, just like this presentation I'm about to show tonight.
You gotta wait.
Yeah.
For one day. For one day, and then you can come.
Hotep, family, hotep. You know what I mean? And that's what I want to tell people, man. Listen, man. If we're gonna show a real timeline, we ain't getting on here cussing. We ain't getting on here slandering. We're gonna show a real legitimate timeline. That's it. You know what I mean? And if people can't wait for that, you just want drama. You want me to get up here and go low in the dirt with everybody else. We ain't gonna do that, man. We ain't gonna do that. Islam. We know when they go low, we go high. When they go low, we go high. We go high. That's it. When they go low, we go high. That's right, brother. That's what we gonna do. Praise the Lord. You know I love you.
I do.
I love you.
I do.
Why you saying so?
Forever.
Huh?
Forever.
Forever?
Yeah.
Come on. You know I love you. That's right. That's right, brother. So
we need love around here, not hate.
Huh?
We need love around here, not hate.
Islam. So we're gonna start the show. Let me get the show because you're gonna make me tear up. You're gonna make me cry. You'll make Tom and make me cry.
I see tears.
Don't you do it. Don't do it. You're gonna make me cry. Stop. Don't do it. Hey, I gotta put him off the show.
Nope.
I gotta put him off the show.
Nope.
He's about to make me well up.
Nope. Everybody loves Taj.
Islam. All right, we're gonna get the show. So look, family.
Thank you, Doll Radio.
Done seen you make buck dance, and I done seen you make bids on the fly. So y'all can't wait. I'm gonna just block you. Y'all ain't here to learn
nothing.
Thank
you. Don't. Bible.
Yeah. So if they here just to see drama, they ain't gonna get it tonight. Period. And I'm just gonna block you. You know what I'm saying? It's not already. So listen. The topic of the show tonight, and I know some people are going to drop out because they didn't come here to learn about more science in the first place. See what I'm saying? You ain't here to learn either.
Jam, why?
Jam gets blocked.
We didn't want to have to do this, but we got to block you. We don't
Islam,
want to have to do this.
Islam, leave him alone. We good. Islam, we gonna send him on up out here. We gonna send him on his way because he's not here to learn more science. You know what I mean? And even if those are not here to learn more science, it's good.
Go to just
no, be quiet. Islam, can I do my show? Yeah. Islam, can I do my show? Islam, please. Are you gonna interrupt me again?
No.
Islam, you keep interrupting me, man. I can't even get my thought on. Islam, hold on. So we're not even gonna talk about that. We're gonna move on to the show. Now, the topic of the show today is the true mission of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. The topic of our show is not what happened today on social media. I'm actually going to send a link to my sister because she wants to come in, and we're going to have a discussion, and then I'm going to show some good old footage or some slides to be able to. Let me send my sister the link to be able to confirm exactly what I'm saying. I'm gonna open the lines up too, and I want people to know that I had a day-to-day. Where my phone was just ringing off the hook. My phone was just ringing off the hook today. The phone was ringing off the hook today, so I literally had to take a step back. I literally had to take a step back for a second to address some of the crazy stuff. I want to ask y'all to give this a thumbs up. So first of all, family, when we talk about the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali and the mission of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, I want people to know that the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali is predicated upon one thing metamorphosing into another. So back in when the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and I'm giving it in such a way where people can digest this. Back in the day, man, back in the 20s, Prophet Noble Drew Ali was trying to organize us as a nation of people. And I say organize us as a nation of people because we were unorganized. We was totally unorganized, family. And so the Prophet Noble Drew Ali was trying to organize us as a nation of people. With that, I want to show that when he was trying to organize us as a nation of people, you will see that in these pictures that I'm about to share, this what you see right here was a plot of land owned by the Moors. Now, this is a foggy picture, but this was not too far from the temple in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't know what happened to that land today, not sure. But the Moors was really on to building something in real time. So I'm going to take you right here. Right here is a copy of, is this one it? Now I'm going to give you the original copy of the Divine Constitution and Bylaws, if I got it up here. Let me see. While I wait for the sister to come in. Here we go right here. This is one of the original copies of the Divine Constitution and Bylaws. And as you can see, these Moors here was in nation format in Chicago, Illinois. And as you can see, it looks totally different from today's Constitution and Bylaws, if you follow me. This one was in the paper, if I'm not mistaken, of the Moorish Guide, if I'm not mistaken. But what I'm trying to get to is this. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali was trying to set us up, and I got some more slides coming to you in a minute. Y'all see them on the side. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali was trying to put us in position to build ourselves as a community and then come forward and grow out of that community into a nation. So that's why when you hear me say that I do not subscribe to the right to travel, I do not believe that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali went with all this paperwork, because as you can see, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali just put in work and the people begin to build on the practices that was taught in the temple by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I'm going to show you a few more things. I want to show you one thing from I think it was 1936, if I'm not mistaken. 1966. This is 1966. But this was what the Moors was on during 1966. And then I'm gonna have my sister come in here. Let me see. Where's she at? Then I'm gonna have my sister come in here. And my brother gonna come in too. The Moors in 1960 and 66. I want to read something to y'all that where we're sorely missing. We're gonna get deep into this in a second. Let me split my screen. In 1966, this is what the Moors was on. And my question is today, why aren't the Moors on this today? Hold. Stop that. All right. So my question is today, why aren't the Moors on this today? And I'm going to read this to you real quick. All right. Oh. There we go. All right. So this article right here, right? It's a little chopped up, but I'm gonna read around this red part to you. This is by Joseph Jeffries L. I just want to read this middle section. Matter of fact, let me read some of it. Many sons and daughters of the proud and handsome of that proud and handsome race, which inspired the architecture of Northern Africa and carried into Spain. The influence of its artistic temperament, work with me because this is it's hard to read a little bit, have become citizens of this nation. In the state of New York, there exists a Moorish Science Temple of America made up of Moors who have found here the end of their quest for a home and the children of those who journeyed here from the plains of Africa. This organization has done much to bring about a thorough absorption by these people and those principles which are necessary to make good American citizens. We Moorish Americans do not ask for social equality, integration. I'm going to say it again. We Moorish Americans do not ask for social equality, integration with Europeans, because we, as a clean and pure nation, descended from the inhabitants of Africa, do not desire to amalgamate or marry into the families of the pale-skinned nations of Europe. Neither do we serve their gods of their religion, because our forefathers are the true and divine founders of the first religious creed for the redemption and salvation of mankind on earth. Our divine and national movement stands for the specific grand principles of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice to all mankind. Now, notice that the brother said we do not desire to amalgamate, but he's saying that these principles are grand principles. These grand principles are for all mankind. We ask all American citizens to help us in our efforts of uplifting fallen humanity among the Asiatic race and nations of North America. For we have suffered much and severely in the past through misunderstanding of what the movement is dedicated to. We are in the same place today. It is the great God Allah alone that guides the destiny of this movement. Now, I want everybody to listen. This is what Moorish Science Temple of America is about. We are trying to build a nation. We are not trying. Let me stop this before I read this. Let me stop this before I read this. Family, it says we are trying to build a nation. We are not trying to buy into a nation. We are not trying to beg somebody with some paperwork. We are not trying to prove nothing to anybody. We are trying to build a nation. Build. We're not running to anybody asking them for anything. We are trying to build a nation. You feel me? We are trying to build a nation. Simple as that. You feel me? So this is why we have to move forward on building this nation. Bottom line. Now, what the brother says is, in building a nation, this I'm going to go on and read further. Here we go. Now I'm going to read the red. This is what building a nation consists of. We are trying to build a nation. We are calling on all true American citizens and others alike for moral and financial support. Our program consists of establishing the following. Listen closely. Products to manufacture and sell. One more time. Products to manufacture and sell. Markets to sell our products. Again, we are trying to build a nation. Schools to advance our prosperity. Schools to advance our prosperity. Hospitals for those in need of medical care. Recreational, and I'm going to calm down from yelling. Recreation facilities for our youth and age. Again, recreation facilities for our youth and age. Temples to propagate the faith and extend the learning and truth of the great prophet Ali in America. Newspapers to spread our interests, also to unite our brothers and sisters throughout the world. Housing for our people. Jobs for our people in our own places of business. Let me stop for a second. Can anybody show me in there where it said we're going to file some paperwork anywhere? And I'm not coming hard on any brother. I'm not coming hard on any organization. What I'm saying, That was what the Moorish Science Temple of America was founded for. And we're going to get into the true mission. We're going to get into the true mission. But why did we get off track? Did the internet get us off track? What got us off track from building a nation? We think we're going to paperwork ourselves into a nation. It's not going to happen. And so Moors get mad at me that's outside of the temple because I say, no, we don't need that. I said, we don't need that. We need to build a nation. It's time to build a nation. It's no more time to talk about nation. It's no more time to talk about you got to correct this and correct that. Correct your boots on the ground and let's build a nation. Period. Let's build it. That's the Tahaka Bay. That's Tahaka Bay talking. So now I'm going to go a little bit further. Let me read on. Let me read on, because this here is about what Moorish science is all about. Let me finish reading. So it said, all other projects which are necessary for building and maintaining a nation of people. Y'all hear that? For building and maintaining a nation of people. If you have race pride and love your race, join the Moorish Science Temple of America and become a part of this divine movement. Then you will have the power to redeem your race because you will know who you are, know who your forefathers were. Because where there's unity, there's strength. Together we stand, the body we fall. Come good people, because we are trying to redeem, we who are trying to redeem this nation from mental slavery, what you now have. Need every one of you who think that your conditions can be better. This is a field open to strong men and women to uplift the nation and take their place in the affairs of men. If other nations are helping us, why not you? It is your problem. The Negro problem is being solved only as it can, and that is by the Moorish National and Divine Movement. If you have a nation, you must have a free national name in order to be recognized by this nation as an American citizen. This is what is meant when it is said, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all things will be added unto you. Now, let me stop there. When the brother on his states, quoting the prophet Noble Drew Ali, the Negro problem is only being solved only as a can, and that's a connection to the Moorish National and Divine Movement. For some reason, family, some people have a misunderstanding of what the Moorish National and Divine Movement is. You know what I mean? Some people has a misunderstanding of what the Moorish National and Divine Movement is. But I'm going to show you what it is. I'm going to show you what it is. Well, how many people think that the Moorish National and Divine Movement is separate from the Moorish Science Temple of America? A lot of people do. Many people do. All I can do is show you what I gather that the prophet says. You know what I mean? Okay. We know that the prophet created the Moorish Science Temple of America. Sister Seabreeze Bay, you asking what makes a nation? I sent you the link in your Facebook. Come on in and tell us what makes a nation. You know what I mean? Free national standards. You know what I mean? But we have to build this nation. You know what I mean? You feel me? And so I want y'all to block all of this stuff with this madness so we can learn this lesson. You know what I mean? A lot of people go come in here for the other show that the people that did. And I mentioned that to the conversation that I had before this. However, I'm going to share this with you. People think that the Moorish National and Divine Movement is something separate, which is beyond me. When in actuality, it's one and the same. And now I'm going to show and prove. It's one and the same, family. The Moorish National Divine Movement is one and the same. Here we go. Right here is a flyer. And we might can take this back to 1928, 29. But let's look what it says. The Moorish National National and Divine Movement membership free. So is this an advertisement for the Moorish National and Divine Movement? Or is it an advertisement for the Moorish Science Temple of America? Let's see. Let's read. Come on, ye Asiatics, and learn the truth about your nationality and birthright, because you are not colored, etc. And you must claim a free national name to be an American citizen. Learn of your forefathers' divine and ancient creed, that you may learn to love instead of hate. We are trying to uplift fallen humanity. Come and link yourself with the families of nation. We honor all true and divine prophets, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Confucius. Under this divine principle, all Asiatics of America need to come and take out their nationality and identification card for what? The Moorish Science Temple of America. Let's go back up here. The Moorish National and Divine Movement, membership free. Under this divine principle, all Asiatics of America need to come and take out their nationality and identification card for the Moorish Science Temple of America, that you may be blessed by your Father God Allah. These holy and divine words are from what? From who? From the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the founder of the Moorish Science Temple of America. So family, I can put out a whole video on it if necessary, and show that the Moorish National and Divine Movement is not some fictitious, ambiguous thing that people want to choose to follow. Why are you sitting like that? Come on up here. You learning something?
Yes.
All right. So I told you, if you're tired, you can escape. You want to escape? Go ahead, Islam. Say Islam to the people.
Islam.
You got, it's 9:32 anyway. I ain't got you here locked down or not. What's wrong with you? Islam. Oh no, nah. Islam. Tell the people Islam good night.
Islam, good night. See you on Wednesday.
So look, we definitely, when people begin to talk about the Moorish National and Divine Movement, we have to know what they're talking about. They putting something together, as my the governor of Maryland say, they hooking it up, because the Moorish National Divine Movement is a part. They go hand in hand. The Moorish Science Temple of America and the Moorish National Divine Movement go hand in hand. It's not one in the other. It's not one in the other. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So let's read on. Let's read on. We're going to read on a little bit. We're going to read on in 1 second. And we're going to finish reading this advertisement. Like this is a learning lesson. This is a learning lesson to talk about the Moorish Science Temple of America. So it says that these are the holy and divine words. These holy and divine words are from the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the founder of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Meetings, 3140 Indiana Avenue. Main office, 3603 Indiana Avenue, Chicago, Illinois. Meetings at the temple every Friday and Sunday, 7:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's how we're going to rock our meetings here in Baltimore this fall. That's right. I said it. We're going to rock out, have a good time. The Quran class is held every Sunday, 2 p.m. to 3:30. We are at the office every day at 12 noon until 7 p.m. that you may come and take out your membership card. Huh? What are you taking out a membership card for? He already said. The Moorish Science Temple of America, Moorish National and Divine Movement. So we can dispel that myth real fast right now that they're two separate things. Yeah. Okay, let me get it to you again. I'm gonna get it to you again, sis. I'm gonna get it to you again. Let me get the sister the link. Hold on 1 second. Let me get the sister the link real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, close. Link. All right, I'm sending it right now. I'm sending it right now. And since there we go. Bang. Gone. All right, there we go. Give me 1 second, family. Give me 1 second. All right. Get the sister up here and see what she can contribute to the conversation. All right, there we go. Okay, so I got that out the way. The Moorish National Divine Movement and the Moorish Science Temple of America go hand in hand. It's not one without the other. And people talk about I'm in the Moorish Science Temple of America. I'm a part of the Moorish National Divine Movement. If that's the case, stream online to those who want to join. Hey, Moors for Money. That's what I do. Brother, I got to do it after I come back. Moors for Money said, if that's the case, stream online for those who want to join. Brother, Moors for Money. Baltimore, Maryland Temple will be streaming live. For those who want to join the temple, who doesn't have a temple in their state, you will be able to join the temple as if you was in the same state. I'm putting it on, brother. Let me tell you something. I got registered people already. We rolling. Shout out to my brothers in North Dakota. I got you, brother. I got to call you. My brother in North Dakota, my brother in Nevada, my brothers in Nevada, and we want to train people or teach people, instruct people how to build temples in their own cities. That's what we trying to do. I ain't trying to get you to pay no dues to me. You know what I mean? Or to the grand body. We trying to teach people how to build temple. And because we are in this electrified age, we're able to do it online. And that's what we're going to do. We in the process. Well, I got my sister in the building. I got a few more slides. I came in a little late, but we just going to talk it up and let my sister add on to what I was saying so far. And again, I like to always say, my sister, Seabreeze Bay, she's a tough sister. I'm trying to tell you, she don't play no games. You know, and if we have a discussion and it begins to go back and forth, I don't want nobody to misinterpret it as we're arguing, as we don't get along. I love my sister. I love all Moorish Americans that are living, or at least trying to live the 5 highest principles known to man: love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And that's just what it is. Sister Seabreeze Bay, come here, sister. Talk to the people, introduce yourself, let them know where you're coming from.
Islam.
Islam.
Well, one of the problems that people understand the divine side. They don't understand the national side. And I was listening to what you were reading, and that's just a compilation of what the prophet has already said, but it doesn't necessarily explain or give people an inferential and divine understanding of what he exactly means.
So
I asked
pick out the part that you're talking about that doesn't say what the prophet means. Because I think the prophet was plain and clear.
Now, all of it says what the prophet said. Now, I didn't say it didn't say what the prophet said, but I'm saying they just quoted the prophet without explaining what it actually means.
Like which?
In one part where it talks about America being a citizen, it says, "First seek ye first the kingdom of heaven." And to be right prior to that, he's talking about being a citizen. I think that's in the prophet makes a plea to the nation.
Right.
And so, first of all, before we can even be good citizens, before we can be good Muslims, we got to fix that character that we came in the temple with.
Facts.
Some try to keep the same character, but quote the prophet's words.
Right.
That's the problem. And then some of us attempt to take these lessons and modify them to fit our ideology, as opposed to humbling ourselves and dealing with and correcting our own character.
Facts. So
next thing,
now go ahead, sis. You good.
So, you know, when we talk about the aims or the overall purpose of the Moorish Science Temple, it's not to build a nation, but to restore a nation. Restoring a nation is a bit different than building one.
Well, sis.
You got a house. Go ahead.
But if the prophets say, make statements, let me pull up some of the statements about building a nation, and then you say restore.
Go ahead.
to restore the prophet. This is the way I see it. The prophet put us in a position to build a nation where there was none. You know, because we have to understand that before we were put into what you will call slavery, if you will, we was dealing with a system that wasn't necessarily nation states. We was dealing with empires. So
when are you talking about? I mean, because you're gonna have to be more specific, because the prophet gives us towards 1774 and 1865.
yeah, so what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is this. He said that's when the nationality of the Moors was taken away, right? But what I'm saying is, the prophet is putting in place a nation that was not there. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about a physical nation.
Were we a nation before they labeled us Negro, Black, and Colored?
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
He's restoring us back to the state of our forefathers.
But what I'm
creating
saying,
a new state.
The reason why I say this, when the prophet makes the statement, "Today I have made you a nation," that was quoted as the prophet said this. Today you have become. Never heard. No, at the convention, at the convention, the first annual convention, when he wrapped that flag around that little girl and that little boy, the American flag and the flag, he says, "Today I have made you a nation." That's what's quoted.
Yeah, because I don't talk about.
I'm going to get the accurate quote for you. But you can go ahead, sis.
And where you getting the quote from?
I'm going to get it from the Moorish Guide. I think it's 1929. You know, if I can pull it up real fast. But the point that I'm making is that because we have so many tribal groups, if you will, whether it be indigenous or whether it be coming out the northwestern and southwestern shores of Africa, and the prophet talks about that mixed spirit in us, we are actually a new nation born out of an old nation.
No,
we are not the same people. We are not.
Because that if you're saying that, that means somebody has the power to change our decent nature.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
And nobody.
What I'm talking about is a physical nation. I'm not talking about ethnic. I'm not talking about ethnics. I'm not talking about that.
That includes that, sir.
I'm talking about a physical nation. There was no physical nation here for Moors. I'm talking about a physical nation. That's what I'm not speaking of ethnic groups. I'm not speaking of tribal groups. I'm talking about a literal physical nation of Moorish Americans. There was none.
Let me say this to you. The prophet says, "I am teaching you your nationality and your divine creed, that you may know that you are part and parcel. That's a whole nother argument.
Okay.
Of this statement. Part and partial of this said government." So he's he's telling us that, one, we were a nation, because he always tells you that he's taking you back to your forefathers, what? Ancient and divine creed, right?
Okay, I got a question for you then. If you say that we are a new nation born out of an old nation, absolutely. There is no doubt about that. I mean, I think we can agree on that. That we are a new nation. And this is why I said we are a new nation born out of an old nation. Show me where the nation of Moorish American exists before the prophet.
The nation of Moorish American.
No, what I'm saying is,
what you have to understand, Tahakabe, as a people, we never ever went through an emancipation process, which was a violation of divine and constitutional law.
But Europeans can't emancipate us. We must emancipate ourselves.
Finish what I'm saying. Our forefathers fought in the Civil War. According to, let me finish what I'm saying before you jump in there.
I'll let you finish.
According to the proclamations that we are to make moves for our actual freedom. Now, there are 4 proclamations that we need to look at in order to address that issue. Most of us only look at January the 1st, 1863. But we have September the 22nd, 1862, December the 1st, 1862, then January the 1st, 1863. September the 22nd, 1862 was a proposal that was warranted by the Congress at that time. Because if September the 22nd, 1862 was not warranted by the Congress and signed by the president, there would be no January the 1st, 1863.
Okay. That's this. If all of that is right and exact, and the things that people are addressing today, why didn't the prophet address it yesterday? He didn't see it. What the things that we think that we must address today, everything that I address, I look at what the prophet did, and then I try to do exactly what he did. What I seen that he did, I don't try to interpret much. I try to say, okay, I seen the prophet build. Hold up, I seen the prophet build the manufacturing company. We need that. I seen that the Moors live together on the south side of Chicago. We need to live together. I see that the Moors, that the brother got the politician Blackwell, the representative Blackwell, into the group. I seen that he got Oscar the priest in the group. And so now I'm looking at what the prophet did, and I'm saying, hold up, we have to do exactly what the prophet did, and we just need to turn it up for 2017.
Okay,
I don't see going to the European and asking him to emancipate me.
Okay, so here, let me ask you this. You're going to do what the prophet did in 1928.
And turn it up for 2017. That's what I said.
Hold on. So the prophet, and the prophet had the reincarnated prophet. Now, Grand Sheik Richardson Dingle was under the prophet.
Okay.
And with the prophet in 1928. He was given specific orders.
Okay.
Under Grand Sheik, under the reincarnated prophet John Givens is why Grand Sheik Richardson Dingle and Timothy Dingle went to Washington, D.C.
Okay.
The orders that were given was that we needed to understand the national side of this movement.
Okay. So
and in so doing, our mission became not just a mission of a manufacturing company living in a community, but our mission became the resurrection of our nation, or the restoration of our nation. Because no man, no woman, no child, we can exist half slave and half free. Il and Bay on our name, we still supposed to carry the slave master name all the way through with Il's and Bays on our names? on your nationality card, does it say this is your identification card and birthrights for Moorish Americans? What are those birthrights? What is it that we need? What birthrights do we need that was taken away from us?
You know, my thing is this, sis. When people say that they receive instruction from the prophet, yet we don't have any public proclamation of these instructions, I got to stick directly with the prophet say. Is there a public proclamation? Is there a more guide?
The real deal is everything is not public.
But that's what I'm saying. So one thing that is public is the work of the prophet, and I think he needs to have a measuring stick.
Mo, are there levels in the Moorish Science Temple? Let me ask you that. Is everything in the Moorish Science?
Say it again.
Yes or no? Aren't there some things that aren't dealt with in the public?
Absolutely, but if we're going to address, if you will, civics in Washington D.C., that's one of the things that definitely should be public. That shouldn't be talked about in private.
So how do you get this? Where are you going to get this American citizenship from?
You just be. You proclaim.
You just be, and you're a citizen.
You just be. Yeah, you just be. Absolutely. I don't need no paperwork. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, if you're thinking that change in paperwork is going to make you a citizen, no. You have to be and live the principle of your ancient forefathers, and you have to build in the way that they build.
I never said that.
And you have to become a part partial and take your place.
Do that, Mo, because you're talking about a community. I don't know where you take part.
Let me tell you how you take. This is how you take your place. First of all, First of all, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali makes a statement. He says, and it's attributed, let me say it's attributed to the Prophet. He said, Moors, leave all old business in your old name. In your new name, do all new business. He said, if they don't accept your name, you take the pen and sign your name yourself. Now that is a tribute to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Now let's look at the wisdom of that. And the wisdom of that is nobody can make you a Moorish American Muslim or a citizen by the stroke of a pen or a piece of paper. You must be the one to live it, build it, and take your place. Now, taking your place consists of...
So you're saying that we can exist, half slave and half free. That's what you're saying.
No. That's what you're saying. What I'm saying, being a slave is a state of mind.
Brother, look at our life. Look at our situation. You want to tell me?
I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about me and you. Are you a half slave?
We got to do some things. We got to do some things here. And let's go to the Liberty Bell, Leviticus 25:10, where it says, when you set a man free, you must restore him his land. You must restore him back to his family.
Nobody's going to give us anything, sis. We got to let that go. Nobody's going to restore us anything. We must restore it.
Let's deal with it like this then. Let's deal with it like this. Because nothing from nothing leaves nothing. What do we have?
Sister, let me tell you something. This is
no stuff.
I'm gonna let you go, and then I'm gonna come with you. I'm gonna come with you. I got you. I got family. I got you, man. Welcome, man. Welcome, man. I got you. Hey, man, this shirt here, that's from the brothers at Custom Collabo, man. This is a nice shirt. Somebody asked earlier. Now let me say this.
Because see, when you talk about building, you gotta have something to build from.
I'm about to give it to you.
Tell me what we have.
This. When we begin to look at the Prophet Noble Drew Ali works, and when it is a tribute to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali that when he and I don't know the true story, but I can kind of put it together the way it was told. And as you know, I don't know if you know Brother D. Editonel. I don't know if you know some of them elders that's you know, in our GB. But these brothers have done extensive research. Well, when it was said that when the prophet approached these politicians, he approached them and told them that he had 3,000 people that will vote them into office. And now, what will you do to bring back what the Moors need to build? And when we're talking about building, we're talking about economically, we're talking about socially, we're talking about politically, we're talking about building, totally building. And that's what he had to bargain with was 3,000 people in South Side of Chicago. And when he went to Blackwell, he went to the representative. He went with the same thing. So you ask, what do we have? What do we have? We have numbers.
Question. I'm asking you a question. And when you talk about numbers, let's take a real look at our situation. Okay?
No. No. I don't want you to include. I don't want you to include our situation with the situation in public, because the Moorish situation is a sort of separate situation. You see what I'm saying? You bundling it all up. You painting everything with a broad brush.
Brother, the Act 6 says anyone going under the label of Negro, black, colored, darky, coon, shine, melanin, Kemetic. I don't care what you call it now, but it's still under those slave labels. Just because you dress it up in another color uniform.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we have at least over, I just seen some groups with L's and Bays in them on Facebook with almost 500,000 people in them. We have the numbers in Moorish Americans. If the Moorish Americans come together, it's game over.
If we have that number, what's the agenda?
What
do you want?
What are you trying
to get? Because it's bigger than the problem we have is a national problem.
Absolutely.
It's not a community problem. National problem.
Absolutely.
How do we address it as a national problem?
Listen, the national problem is easy to address. First of all, we need to get on the same page. That's one thing. And the same page is this. The same page is this. We need to stop being a beggar people and think somebody is going to free us. That's number one. Number two, the second page that we get on is like Sister Seabreeze, when the next election season roll around and I tell you, say, Sister Seabreeze, I need you to help me. We got a brother that we're going to put in office. We got a brother that we're going to put in office because this brother will be able to have access to the finances in my district or whatever district we put him in. So we get our numbers behind this brother and then we make change from there. And then we continue to build.
A national or a local problem.
We have to make the model first, sister. If we can create the model nationally, it'll fly.
Is not the model that you need to follow?
No,
sister. The national movement is not the model?
Sister, we need the model on the ground in some city. In one city, we need the model so it can be duplicated throughout the United States. There is no model. There is no Moorish city. There is no Moorish block. There is no Moorish village.
But see here again, you're still talking from a local perspective.
It got to start local first. It got to start local. It got to.
Did the prophet start local? How did he start?
Sister, it has to start local. Yeah, the prophet start local. That's the reason he moved to Chicago. Because New Jersey didn't suit what he was doing. And so he started locally in Chicago.
This is a historical problem. We were reconstructing to this nonsense and we have to get out of it. If we don't understand how we got here, we'll never understand how to get out of it.
I'm telling you that the prophet went to the south side of Chicago to establish the movement. And the reason why he went there, because he had to start small and move out.
What did he say? If you look at the divine constitution and you look at the additional law, what did he say do? What did he say do? Because obviously we weren't doing it then.
Tell me, sis.
Act 1, he had to tell you who was running the movement. Act 2, what did he tell you? You just look at it. Look at what he's saying to you.
Sis, I'm asking you this. I'm asking you this. McDonald's. Let's use McDonald's for an example.
We can.
McDonald's started as a little milkshake, burger, and fried joint in California. That model
was McDonald's in chattel slavery. Was McDonald's in chattel slavery?
I'm talking about how to build something. I'm talking about how to build something, sis. That's all I'm talking about. I'm talking about a model. We need a model, sis. We need a model in the ATL. We need one in Baltimore. We need one in California. We need one in Texas. But we need a model.
If we consistently follow the law as the prophet laid down, a model will be there. He bought a solution.
So we need to build. Sister, we don't have a grocery store. We don't have a daycare. We don't teach our own children unless we do it at home.
To do that, we need to take what the prophet brought us and incorporate it and make it usable where we live.
Tell me where.
And when I say,
oh my God. Sister, a nation is supported by economics.
Because you can't build. When they said we were free, what did we get? What did we get?
What did we get? Nobody's going to give us.
What did we get, Mo?
We don't need anything. We need to go make ours. Nobody needs to give us nothing. We need to stop thinking that somebody's going to give us something. They didn't murder and kill everybody to give it back to us.
See, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to do it like this. Because history of the present is deep in the past. And I follow Moses and Aaron. And I'm leaving Egypt land. Now, I know you can stay there and try to build something in Egypt land if you like.
You going to Africa?
But listen to what I'm saying to you. And I don't mean the physical Egypt. I'm talking about your state of mind. When Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh, because see, it seems like when I hear you Moses talk, y'all leave a law out the picture.
Not me. No. You tripping.
You leave a law out the picture. And you talking about what I can do, what we need need to do, but I don't hear you talking that faith talk, what we must do, because with the help of
Allah gonna work through me to see this through, sis.
Anything is possible, but we don't have faith. We don't have that faith we claim we had, because we keep talking about our intellect, our intelligence. What we need to do: follow the history, study the history. Because when the prophet came to us with the answer and solution, we decided we wanted to do what we wanted to do.
Because I think you're trying to proselytize instead of give practical solutions, though.
I'm trying to keep it real. This is a divine and national movement. Meaning, like, if you look at countries, Islamic countries now, let's just for a second, they incorporate a law in their business. And we as Moors need to start incorporating the law in our business.
Okay.
And that's part of the problem why we having these.
Let me say this. This is how you do, sis. This is how we incorporate the law in our business.
A law.
Okay, yeah, the law, Allah, all that. We're gonna put all that. When you look at this right here, when I look at my prophet move, right? Let's examine this. Let me just share this with the people. When I look at my prophet move, the prophet had all the ability in the world to go to DC, to go to any courthouse. He was free to go anywhere he wanted to go. But let's see what the prophet did, and this is in the paper. The Moorish leaders attend inauguration of governor. The Moorish Science Temple of America was represented at the the Moorish Science Temple of America was represented at the inauguration of Governor Lewis L. Emerson in Springfield, Illinois, Monday, January 14th, by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. It was a busy day for the distinguished Moorish leader in Springfield. Now, I think this paper, it actually was the Chicago Tribune or Chicago Defender. This wasn't even a Moorish paper. But let's check it out, though. Beginning with breakfast aboard one of the special trains of the Illinois Central Railroad, attending the inauguration ceremonies of the state Arsenal building, and ending with interviews with many distinguished citizens from Chicago who greeted him on every hand. Hold on, sis. The prophet expressed himself as being highly pleased with the trip, and many curiosity extended him by the military and state official. The prophet was visiting as a statesman. He was a statesman for the Moorish American. He wasn't come to challenge them or to fight them. He was visiting as a statesman representing us. So why do we think he didn't ask them for anything?
You want it back? He asked for the flag, didn't he?
Sis, you have to show me.
Listen, you said he didn't ask for anything. Did he ask for the flag?
Sis, when I'm telling you this, can you show me where that is written that the prophet asked for the flag? I don't think you can show me that, sis. I don't think you can show me that.
I'll tell you this.
I don't think you can show me that. I've heard that story many, many a times, sis, but I haven't found no evidence to the point that that was factual.
Well, let me say this, and I only can do this too. It's three things. It's one way. Only way I can answer this is this, Mo. You can go for a literal understanding, you can go for inferential understanding, or you can go for an inferential and divine understanding. Some things that we realize as Moorish Americans is very much internal. Because understanding comes from where? Where does understanding come from?
Since you tell me. from a language being.
Our lessons, where does understanding come from?
From Allah.
Of course. Of course. When we see, we have to come to a mental realization with these lessons of who and what a Moorish American is. Then we have to take a historical walk and understand how we got where we are.
Listen, I think it's very plain how we got where we are. The thing is that when we're going to start digging ourselves out of here, instead of thinking somebody going to dig us out, nobody going to dig us out but us.
No, let me say this to you. If somebody's holding everything that belongs to you, you think you don't have the right.
They don't have nothing. That's an illusion.
Whose land is this?
It's ours,
Whose
sister,
land?
but you know,
It's ours. Wait a minute. The land is ours. So
they're gonna give it back.
Whose names are we carrying?
Hey, sister, I don't know who name you carry. I'll tell you.
Let me explain something to you. I changed my name at one time too, until I realized I had to go through an emancipation process to reclaim those things that I was robbed of during the time of slavery. See, I've been through the name change thing.
Did you get
I've been through I think that these young moles are doing has already been done. It's not new.
Well, no,
It's not new.
Sister, my name changed.
So
I was born with an indigenous name. I was born with an indigenous name, actually.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's fine.
Anybody in my temple?
Majority last name.
Huh?
What's your last name?
Oh, my name Johnson Bay, but I ain't going in the grave with it.
Okay, that's all I'm talking about right now.
I'm not going in the grave with it.
Let me finish. Seabreeze, Johnson, Smith, White, Blue, Green, Orange, what all those names labeled us as property. When we took on eels and bays, we started moving towards our actual freedom, because those names need to be given back. Because we were classed as property, legally speaking, it says you can't take a man's property without just compensation. You just can't do that.
I think we can agree on that point, sis. I don't have a conflict with that. I think in actuality, man, I always said I never want to go in the grave with a European name. I mean, and that's just what it is. But
do you want our children to grow up the way we grew up?
But my thing is this: the name of the show is The True Mission of the Prophet Noble Ali and the Moorish Science Temple of America. I say that the true mission is we have to start. I mean, in Baltimore, I can't save the whole nation, but I can create a model in Baltimore.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's do it this way.
I can't save people in California at this point, but I can start in Baltimore.
But listen to what I'm saying. Hear me. While we building this community, can we also go and demand what is rightfully ours?
And guess what, sis?
And we get that. Can we support across the board? See, we can't limit ourselves to saying just build a community.
No, I'm not, sis. I agree with you right there. Right there, I agree with you, sister. I agree with you 1000% right there. You know, but we have been, for the last 30 and 40 years, we haven't built a community, and we started talking about going to demand something.
See, let me tell you the difference between you and I. I watched us stand at the door with the door open, asked to come in the door. I watched this, Mo. This ain't something nobody told me. The world recognized us, and the person who was in leadership, instead of going through the door, turned around and walked the other way. So, you know, when I seen this with my own eyes. Nobody had to tell me how we portray ourselves. You know, we want to blame everybody, but the biggest betrayal that exists within us as a people is us.
But sis, the betrayal is happening now because I'm telling you that I agree with you. You can go and demand whatever you want. But I'm telling you that 30 or 40 years, we have built nothing on the ground. People just been demanding and demanding and demanding, and we have received nothing. So we need to start
Nobody's been demanding anything, please. Nobody's been demanding anything except money out of each other's pockets.
But now, sister, okay, sis, let me ask you this. Can you tell me what has been built in the area of Moors living like they lived during the prophet? Even during Given's ill time. Even during that time, they was living together, working together.
If you really read that divine constitution.
I'm asking you. I'm not asking about that. I'm asking
that the prophet put out. What was the problem then?
Listen.
What was the problem then?
Listen to what I'm saying.
All the things he put out.
Look, if I'm not mistaken, this John Given L them brothers, right here, this picture here. You know what I mean? Okay. These boys was living together, working together, opening businesses together. When have that happened since the time of the prophet? We keep on talking about going to fight this and demand this and demand this. We need to build on the ground because it have not been done since the days of the prophet. If we build on the ground and we create a department where people go and address these political issues,
that is fine and dandy, but that won't solve the national problem. Do that. I'm not saying don't do that, but I'm saying don't ignore, don't downplay, don't forget what see, here's a problem. We are not honoring our forefathers who fought in the Civil War. We are dishonoring them because we don't believe they fought for anything. We don't have no faith. We don't want to honor those forefathers. And
let me say this though, sis.
In anybody.
Let me say this. We have lost our mind if we truly believe that this guy that have went around the whole earth, and I'm using God just for the sake of a group of people, have went around the whole earth pillaging and plundering everything in sight. Everything in sight. And you really think that you're going to go to him and sell him and give it back? The prophet gives us a plan on how to get it back.
Yes. Mo.
He gives us a plan. But we think the plan is going to demand something from him. He's not giving it back like that. He got one of the
that European than you have in your own and in your own creator. He's a man. He ain't a God.
No.
He's a man.
No, but listen. You think he's going to give it back? I don't think so. I think we need to take it back and we need to learn how to take it back.
I don't understand why our men don't believe that you can stand up to that European, and I believe we can, and I'm a sister. I don't understand. That bothers me.
Who said not stand up to the European? I don't think it makes sense to go and demand something that I know that this European ain't going to give you nothing. He never did.
You have to have faith in order to go to battle and face Goliath, David.
All right. If you think that, sister,
to face Goliath, you got to pick up those 5 pebbles: love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, and be ready to do what you got to do. Even Jesus told you he came to fulfill the law. He didn't come to bring peace. He came to bring a sword, brother. Pick up the sword. It's time to do that. This is a mental warfare right now.
This is what we got to do.
It's a mental warfare.
I believe.
We don't want to fight.
No, I believe this, sis. This is what I believe. I believe the mission of the prophet and the Noble Drew Ali and the prophet Noble Drew Ali and the Moorish Temple of America. I believe that the process is going to be building on the ground. There is not one thing that I can find in the prophet Noble Drew Ali records that is inconsistent with what I'm saying.
You can believe that. You can believe that.
I'm about to show you some slides.
Now, I'm going to say to you now, they're killing our children. We're killing each other.
Because we don't protect them. We scatter.
We just tried to have what was that on the weekend in Baltimore? What was that we were trying to have? A no-kill weekend?
See this? Them Moors was together. This is the 9th annual convention. Them Moors was together.
This is a picture.
But you know what? You know where they standing at? That was Moorish property, if I'm not mistaken.
The one thing we've got to get together on is understanding what's the true mission of this movement. And if we don't understand that this is a government set up to redeem us, to redeem our true rights, set up to bring us from under mental slavery, slavery.
What about this, sister? What about this? What about living in the community together, supporting one another?
Mo.
What about that?
Have you heard me say to you over 3 times, that is well and good, but that is not.
My brother said this. If we had homeschool, guess what? Like Money for More just say, if we had a way to homeschool, we'd be okay and not giving us nothing. Why worry about keeping them in business? This system is correct. I say Money for More is correct for that. But the thing is, we have to establish something for ourselves. Period.
All I know, Mo,
ain't nobody giving us anything.
I thought nothing.
That's an illusion.
Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. If you start with nothing, you end with nothing.
Well, we got the prophet teach us that Moors, you are rich. We need to know what we have.
Well,
We need to know what we have.
And if we knew the history, they would owe us. If they paid us $1 out, they owe us for over $1 trillion. Let me say what I got to say, Mo. $1.2 trillion in the 1970s. This is our land, Egypt of the West. We're due citizenship. We're due our language. We're due our true names. We're due a whole bunch of things that we still have to obtain. Why we build communities. Why we do other things.
Sis, when all this going to start? When all this going to start?
Today. Why not today?
Like, what's your first step? What's your first step tomorrow to bring this to fruition?
First step is I'm going to set up some appointments to talk to our congressman. I think I want to talk to the caucus first.
And guess what, though? Guess what? That's consistent with what I'm saying. I just said the Prophet Noble Drew Ali was putting people in office so he can have leverage. So talking to the politicians and trying to gain leverage is consistent.
Here's what you're not doing. You're not listening because I've said to you over 4 times, while we do that, I've said that to you several times. While we do that, we must also, is what I said to you.
Sis, let me tell you something. One thing about me, I can admit this. I can admit this about myself. The last maybe year and a half, it dawned on me. The last year and a half, it dawned on me. Sister, you ain't tell me nothing, sister. Tell me I told you how to do it to Hawker, baby. This is sister crazy. Tell me nothing. Sister tripping. Man. Sister be tripping. They be tripping. I love lifestyle Nelson. But I mean, more science 101 is very basic. You know what I mean? Anybody can do it. All nations do it. When you look at wait a minute, hold
up now. Not all nations were held in chattel slavery.
Absolutely. But we do have
one on the face of the earth that were in chattel slavery. No nation has suffered.
I understand that, sis. I understand that. Sis, let me ask you this. This is how the Mexicans got leverage. And they got somebody in one of the highest positions in the land right now. How they gained leverage? They didn't talk about asking for anything. All they did, they moved in a certain area. They all moved in on that area. They begin to take the business away from the local people of that area. They begin to influence the language of that area. And before you know it, this was happening everywhere around the country.
So
let me finish. It may have started out west. It may have started out west in California by the border and then in Arizona. But you know the area right here in Baltimore, Fells Point, Broadway. I remember the time there was no Mexicans in Broadway. They went down there and they took over Broadway.
What's the difference between us and the Mexicans?
The difference is that we want to go and confront somebody before we put boots on the ground and put some work in.
What's the difference between us and the Mexicans? They know their nationality. They have a flag.
The mission of let me say this. The mission of the Moorish Science Temple of America is to build us and grow us into a nation.
They have a language. They came in with a sense of national identity that they identify with each other.
Let me say this. Let me ask you, and then I'm going to go into it. I'm not even going to get into the back and forth because the people want to know. What do you think the mission of the Moorish Science Temple of America? You take the floor, and then I'm going to take the floor.
I want to be last.
You can't have the last word on my show. Come on, sis.
I like that vantage point. What can I say? But here's what I'm going to say, Mo. In divine and constitutional law that the prophet brought to us, he said, honor your fathers and your mothers, that your days may be long upon the earth land, which the Lord thy God Allah hath given thee. The earth land, which the Lord thy God Allah hath given thee. Because we failed to honor, we lost our land. Because we failed to honor, we lost our nationality. Well, but let's say they covered it up. We didn't actually lose it. They covered up our nationality. They covered up our language. They covered up our birthrights. Because on our nationality card, it says, this is your nationality and identification card for Moorish Americans and birthrights. So that means there's something more, because on that card, we gain 3 birthrights. We gain our nationality. We gain our religion. We gain the right to move towards true citizenship. So as a nation of people, we still need to gain our actual freedom. That's the ultimate goal. The Moorish Science Temple is the vehicle, or the Moorish Science Divine and National Movement is the vehicle by which we do that. Anything else we choose to do, we can do. That's just not the ultimate goal. Those are things we can do. We can't confuse what we can do with the ultimate goal of where we're going, because we must be restored as a nation according to the laws that were put in place to do that. The divine law, Levitical Code, the constitutional law, the 13th Amendment with 20 sections, and the executive will of President Lincoln. Those are laws that we need to study before we dispute. Because
Let me say this.
I teach.
Just real quick. Let me say this. Let me say this. We just had a barrage of 30 people just come in the chat and just start putting crazy things in the chat. I mean, like 30 people. Seriously, it jumped from 80 to 30 people. And this is the thing. We are definitely doing the work of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. When they feel the need, that 30 people at one time, now it dropped back down to 95. They was putting CX, deaf to NIGGAs. They was doing a lot of stuff. It dropped down back to 95 people in the chat. But since we went all the way up to about 130 people, sister, we are doing this work, and this is good conversation. Some people say we got off track, but all is well. All is well. When we doing the work, sometimes we have to have these conversations, and it may seem to be off track, but all is well. All is well. But I'm telling you, that was crazy. I've never seen that before. Like they just hacked in, and it was almost 30 people just jumped up. But go ahead, sis, finish up, sis.
You know, so a big part of Moorish science is education. We've got to sit and we've got to learn and stop speculating in Moorish science.
Right.
Too much speculation in Moorish science. Too many outsiders trying to claim they know Moorish science and trying to function outside of the umbrella. And we just need to come together. We need to sit and we need to study. But some of us have got to remember that Allah is leading on and victory is sure. Is assured. No man. This is a divine and national movement. Allah is leading on. Moles need to stop believing and start having some faith, because we can take down Goliath with that faith. We got to have faith in what the prophet brought us. We can't believe it. We got to have faith. You got to know this stuff inside and out. And let me tell you, y'all talk about that heavenly state of mind. Join mine. I got one. A heavenly state of mind. I had to climb out of hell to get here, but yeah, it does exist. And some of us don't even know about that, but we've got to get there to get this job done. You got to change. You got to transform. There's no simple or easy way I can tell you that, but it's a whole bunch of stuff. You gotta take a laxative and clean yourself out so that you can ingest more science. You got to do that. Oh, and listen to the Moorish Light tomorrow night, 6:30 to 7:30.
Where you at? Tell the people where you at.
We're at 1055 North Milton Avenue. We have history and law classes from 10 to 11:30, followed by Sunday school 12 to 2. We have Holy Night 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on DreWally.org, at moorishlight@gmail.com. We have a Moorish History and Law page on Facebook. You can ask questions. Plenty of information on there for you to read. And if you have any questions, you can contact us. But, you're welcome to call into our show. I don't mind a challenge, as you can see. I don't mind going. If I have to wrestle, if I have to be that angel to wrestle with you to help you understand, I'm willing to do that because I love my people. And I love actual freedom. And I love the prophet. And I love Allah. I'm full of love. What can I say? And I know to do that, we have to be obedient.
Islam.
Oh, 718.
Go ahead, put it in, sis.
It's 718-766-4929. You can call in to our show tomorrow evening at 6:30. Our show is 1 hour.
Say it again. I'm going to type it in the chat.
718-766-4929. 6:30 to... Huh?
Okay, you got 718-766-4929.
That's it.
Okay, and what's the name of the show?
The Moorish Light.
The Moorish Light. All right, good.
Yes.
But listen, family. Now it's my turn. This is the thing. Now it's my turn. Family, listen. Yeah. I want to put emphasis on that when me and the sister have a conversation, we got to get used to stop thinking that somebody is beefing. I see people in the chat saying, this is off track. Remember the Holy Covenant. We're having a discussion. It's okay. Family, we can have a healthy discussion. It can get heated. It can come up. It can come down. It's okay. And we need to get out of that area of thinking that the moment that we have a discussion, that we have a disagreement on certain topics, that we are at each other's throat. That's not how Moorish Americans rolling. No more. I'm setting the standard that's not how Moorish American rolling no more. Man, my brother Hopkins Bay made a statement to me, and I find it to be so profound when he told me that he doesn't expect all of the grand bodies to come together under one leader. Due to the fact, listen to the rationale, due to the fact that if a brother, Timothy Dingle, hyphenated prophet Noble Drew Ali, has raised somebody up from the mud and taught him the wisdom to take care of himself, the knowledge to feed his family, and to lead a group of people, and you're going to ask that brother, that has been raised from the mud to turn his back on his leader to go to another leader because your philosophical approach seems more practical? That's insane. But unity starts in the heart. You see, I can love my sister and not have to agree with every topic that she sees, and she should be able to love me, which I know she do, even if she don't agree with every way that I see more signs. At the end of the day, the boot is on both of our neck. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? The on hand of oppression has been on or still on both of our neck in some kind of way. So we have to find some form of middle ground to work together. And so we have to have unity that starts in the heart of the mind. When I see a Moorish American, I know it's the Asiatic covenant at work in my heart, not on a piece of paper. So even if we have a heated dialogue, we come in love, leave in love, come in peace, leave in peace. It's just a dialogue, not that serious. So now let me tell you what I think the true mission of the Moorish Science Temple of America is. First, when the prophet left from New Jersey and moved to Chicago, he moved there for the express purpose of establishing us as a nation under the laws in Chicago. How do we know that? We look at herd, statue, etc., etc., etc. But after the prophet did that, after this filing on our questionnaire, the prophet went to work. And in a short 3 years, he amassed 3,000 followers on the south side of Chicago. It's reported 25,000 followers. And let me share this for you. Matter of fact, I'm going to share this for you. And I'm going to get to my point of what is the true mission. Let me show you this. They have businesses. This is the Detroit report. We're not even going to talk about the Chicago report. I told you I was in some stuff and I couldn't get to it. This is the Detroit report. If you look on here, they was putting in work. If you look at the bottom of here, this is the 1920s, right? This was the financial report in 1928, 29, if I'm not mistaken. $19,458. $19,458. Let's see what they was paying money for. They paid money to the clerks. They paid to the delivery men. They paid rents in various places, over $3,000. Now we know that was a lot of places that was had. We don't know where them places at today. You know what I mean? We don't know if they was bought, they were sold. We don't know what happened. Anyway, he paid telephone, electricity, store fixtures, $1,200. Auto, $1,100. Gas and oil, money orders to the home office, $1,900. Shares. They had stocks in something, $1,900. Insurance, $375. Auto fixtures, $300. Painting press, printing press equipment, $400. Printing materials, $200. Salary, $700. Now we know that was dispersed out to multiple people. Home office furniture, $150. Stock inventory, $1,400. Donations to the prophet, $700. Counseling all debts, meaning that they owe nothing. The total of finance receipt is $1,900. You know what that tells me? Now let's go right here. The membership in Baltimore, Temple 13, it was underneath was a report, was 70 members. Everybody had to be hands on deck working. Everybody. I can't find anywhere where the prophet was running and engaging the government besides what I'm about to show you, besides this. Right here. He was engaging the government and representing us as our delegate. So we need another leader to represent us. We need another Moorish leader to stand up while the community is being built, while people are thinking about the civic approach. We need one to stand up, step forward with the agenda to address the issues that plague Moorish Americans, because Moorish Americans is going to solve the problem for everybody, Asiatics. But now let's look at this. The birthday of the Moorish leader celebrated. Now check this out. On the evening of January 8th, members of the Moorish Science. Now remember, this is the Chicago Defender. Let me look at the camera real quick. Family, this is the Chicago Defender. This is not a Moorish Science paper. This is the regular paper of the city of Chicago. Now listen how they report on the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Listen how they report on the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And this goes to the mission, the true mission of the Moorish Science Temple of America and the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Let's watch how he moved. On the evening of January 8th, members of the Moorish Science Temple of America celebrated Prophet Noble Drew Ali's birthday with a grand Moorish costume ball in the main auditorium of Unity Hall, 3140 Indiana Avenue. The occasion was also celebrated by subordinate temples in every other state, in other states of the United States. The occasion was the first of its kind in America, and that all members participating were in native Moroccan costumes. A number of prominent members, here we go, a number of prominent members of business and public life in Chicago joined the members in honoring the Moorish leader birthday. Governor Small of Illinois, Congressman Oscar DePease, Alderman Louis B. Anderson, Judge Joseph Burke, and many other of the country's most noted citizens wired congratulations to the leader. I'm gonna stop there. What does that mean? The prophet was not trying to shake or ruffle any feathers. The prophet was being the leader of a nation. So we must be the nation, meaning every component of the nation must come into play. Every component. Engaging the politicians must come into play. Becoming the politician must come into play. And I'm going to tell you what, and the only way to reclaim what we lost, we must become the Oscar DePease. We must become the Louis Anderson. Those are the prophecies. I see the prophet. We must have put our brother or sister that think like us in position to have access to change the laws and then to affect every district in Baltimore first, and then every other city going to have to follow suit with the model. One person running to a congressman, it's not going to work to me. My thing is this. I see it like this, and this is the mission, or the true mission of the Moorish Science Temple of America and the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. We should be, as you say, sister, engaging the politicians. But I think, I'm only thinking that if we first, I'm talking about start, I'm talking about not just first and just keep on that first. If we can begin to create a community that's thriving, I think we can make a bigger difference as opposed to one or two people walking up and saying that we are a nation of people, and we're showing no attributes of a nation of people except by name and some of us in principle, you know. But a nation is not only name and principle, word and deed, it also is brick and mortar. And we can start on a block. If you look at the Amish people, you know, and I like to use all groups of people as an example. If you look at the Amish people, they didn't go to the government to be recognized as Dutch or whatever they are. Sure, their nationality wasn't taken. Sure, they wasn't. But guess what? They took a piece of field somewhere. They put their money together. They built on that field. They said, leave us alone. We're going to ride our buggy, and we're going to keep it moving. And guess what? People leave them alone. They have peace, and they do what they got to do. Will people leave us alone? We'll never know, because we have never attempted to live together as a nation, even on one little block. Even on one little block. So that's what I'm saying. My goal, my mission is to build on that block to another block to another block, and invite Moorish Americans, as well as those who think that their conditions can be better, those who are willing to follow the rules of our community, those that are going to be productive, and those that are going to assist in living out the plan of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And part of what the plan is, what you're saying, part of that plan is, but if we don't have brick and mortar stores, if we don't have our own schools, matter of fact, let me show you this. If we don't have things like this, like I don't know where we went wrong at. I'm not the one to try to figure it out all the time, but I have pictures where we got the Moors in school, the children in school. Like right here, this is right here, a picture of the Moorish school. You know what I mean? We need to get back to this. This is North New Jersey. We need to get back to this. We need to get back to this. We engage in everything, but this is the Moorish school in New Jersey back in the day. We need to get back to this. That's all I'm saying. This is what builds a nation. Bright minds, straight up. And so the mission of the Moorish Temple of America is to metamorphose us into a nation. But if we got to start on one block at a time, then that's what we must do. We can't go out to the nation if we don't start on the block. You know what I'm saying? And start at home. Charity starts at home, as we say. You follow what I'm saying? So that's my mission. My mission is to start where I'm at and build outward. And hopefully the generation, whether it be my son or whether it be me, can metamorphose us into a nation of people and live out the plan of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. But I just don't think one or two of us willy-nilly is going to go and say we demand you to free us and we're going to be free like the story in the Bible. I just don't see that. I believe that's a metaphorical story and we got to take our freedom back. And in taking our freedom back, we're saying free us, but it's in our actions and how we demonstrate more signs that will put us in a position that we lost. So sister, you can have the closing remarks. It's 10:41 and we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to talk a little bit about this Wednesday show. Yeah, I'm going to let you have the closing remarks, sis.
Well, thank you. I would just like to say in the week of October, when we do convention between October the 15th and the 20th, let us show a Moorish presence in Washington, D.C., because there we will be doing the platform of true American citizenship. So it'll be near the White House or at the Cross from the White House. So listen out for announcements on when we go to Washington, D.C., focusing on true American citizenship. So, I mean, we can do all that we need to do. I won't say, because my teacher told me, get a brick out the wall any way you can. So I'm going to say, everybody get your brick out. But make sure we're all on the same page as we're doing what we do. And that is the most significant thing. Because when one more say it, we all should say it. Because a lot of stuff, because no matter of fact, what the prophet says, we all should be saying. And when we do that, we're going to get where it is we need to go. We're going to get everything we need. But we've got to get.
But let me ask you, sis. Here in Baltimore, we in the same city. After I come back from convention, we're going to start breaking ground on this community. Would you move to the community so we Moors can live together?
I'll see.
You know what I'm saying? That's our problem. Right there. Right there. We don't want to live together. We don't want to live together like the Mexicans. We don't want to live together like the Jewish people. There we go.
I was going to say, you knew what I was going to say when you asked me.
Because I already asked you that before. Hey, sis, you got me, sis. You got me, sis. You got me. It's no. You got me, sis. Because I love you, sis. You know I do, right?
I love you too, Mo.
And I'm gonna tell you, my son.
A family. That's all. A family.
Absolutely. And my son's still talking about temple. So I got. Hopefully, I might have to bring him around that Friday or Sunday school because he's still talking about the Grand Sheik. He talking about you. He talking about the brother Ashawn and Amir. He's still talking about y'all. So hopefully, I can get him over there real soon, sis.
Please do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So peace and love, sis. I appreciate you. And sis, don't tell me you're going to do this like the Asiatic do. I'm telling you, sending my Islams to brothers and sisters in the temple on Friday if I don't make it there. To Aqaba sends his Islam and a special one to the Supreme Grand Sheik, my brother. I pray to them.
Definitely. And just know, I'm not angry with the brother. It's just me. Y'all just got to know how I fight. That's how I have my discussion.
Absolutely. But you make sure you tell the Grand Sheik I said Islam if he in the building.
I certainly will, not without a doubt.
All right. Islam. Peace and love.
I claim to learn some of this stuff too.
Islam. Peace and love. So that was my sister. That was my sister, Sister Seabreeze Bay, from Milton Avenue, under the leadership of C. Prather L. My good brother, shout out, salute to the brother, love the brother very much. So family, this show is it was just a dialogue, but in actuality, what we're going to do is we're going to show you in real time. What I'm going to show you is by this time next year, we will have the working model. After I come back from convention, we're starting on the working model. We're going to do exactly what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali did on the south side of Chicago, what Lomax Bay did over there in Detroit. We're going to do the exact same thing. If Moors don't want to live together, then that's fine too. But I am asking Moors if they want to migrate, and Moors throughout Baltimore City, if they want affordable housing, if they want a clean neighborhood, if they want a school, if they want daycare, if they want own grocery store, they must come in. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And the thing is, the brother say, just remember, everybody don't love themselves as we care about them. Absolutely. That's why not anybody will be able to get into the community. Not anybody will be able to get into the community. You know what I mean? And she said, I'm a child of God. You have a problem. No. Anybody that want to be productive and progressive is able to move into the community. And those that are going to affect change will be able to move in the community. It is what it is. We just not accepting anybody in the community. We can accept the people that want to live the 5 highest principles known to man: love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. That's it. You know, and we'll be able to tell. Come on, man. We're going to have a screening process before we let somebody either rent or buy a house in the community. We'll be able to tell. We've been around for some time. We've been in the streets. We've been in the boardroom. We know people. It's all as well. So, family, before I go, as I said, man, let me get a shout out to my brother, man. Let me get a shout out to my brother. Man, look, shout out to my, first, let me give a shout out to my sister Dawn. I appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you for monitoring the chat. And come Wednesday, I might have to turn the chat off, you know, because I'm going in Wednesday. And shout out to my brother Hakim, babe, because we already know the Hotep is going to come in, man. The Hotep is going to come in. But family, let me tell you this in closing. Let me tell you this. The reason I didn't, and I owe this to y'all. I owe this to at least tell y'all that. Y'all know Tahaka Bay. Y'all know I wanted to go in if y'all seen that video. The reason I didn't is because I received a call from somebody that I respect highly. Somebody that I respect highly. I reverence this brother. I honor this brother. And the brother asked me to leave it alone for now. He asked me to leave it alone for now. And y'all would know why on Wednesday why he asked me to leave it alone. I don't want to reveal too much because my brother, let me just say my brother asked me to leave it alone. I had files ready, everything ready to demonstrate how these things was totally false. And I'm still going to demonstrate it. I just may demonstrate it in a different way. Today, I would have demonstrated in a way that probably would have had them people to shut my channel down. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh, say somebody said everybody in my city that asked about the Moors know nothing of them. Exactly. You know what I mean? 300 gangsters, Islam, peace, my brother. Exactly. And chop it down. That's why we got to build in the way that we do. Chop it down. That's why we got to build in the way we do. Chop it down. Hit me up at tahakabay@yahoo.com. You can get your lessons from my temple until we get one near you in Jersey. You know what I mean? You can get your lessons online via Skype through my temple until we can get one in Jersey, brother. And you might be the liaison to build it. You may be the liaison to build it. You feel me? So take that, tahakabay@yahoo.com. But again, family, the reason I did not respond is because a very well-respected brother asked me not to for right now. You see my brother come in the building, Big Wolf come in the building, you know what I mean? And I'm telling you, I don't even want the brother to turn the switch on. You know what I mean? Because he don't got no off button. I'm playing, Wolf. I'm playing. Shout out to PFK Boom, man. Shout out to the sister, man, Karasi, man. She came out. You know what I mean? And hung out with the boys, man. Brother, I missed the last end. And Wolf, just because you got that black car, Wolf, with all that 300 gangsters symbols on there, Wolf, that don't mean that your cell phone don't work. I sent you a text and asked you for the address, but you were so busy doing that community work, you forgot about your brother. Now I'm playing. You feel me? You feel me? Big Wolf, salute, brother. Honor to this brother, man. This brother really puts in work, man. He go by the name. His brand is 300 Gangsters, man. And I'm gonna say this, Wolf, whether you like it or not, man. The brother is a G for real. Islam Dinamel, the brother is a G for real, man. But I'm gonna tell you, man, he got some love for his people that I haven't even seen in the community that people call conscious, man. I'm telling you, man, I watched this brother sit out there for hours. You know what I'm saying? Doing for his people, man. You know what I mean? One day I'm gonna bring Wolf on here to tell his story, man, because brothers need to know, man, it doesn't take a book for you to be conscious. You know what I mean? It doesn't take you going to a temple for you to be conscious, or a mosque, or talking what they call comedic science for you to be conscious. Sometimes, man, consciousness is showing the love for your people, man. And this brother hit on the front lines. Him and PFK Boom, man, these brothers, man. And one thing I like about these brothers, they don't put no cut on it. Man, it might be politics. Man, it was congressmen out there, man. And PFK Boom be like, these mother effers, I'm telling you, we need to. And don't let Wolf grab the mic. They don't put no cut on it. They tell people what it is. Either you're going to accept it or you're going to get out the way, man. And I honor these brothers, man. I'm going to bring them on the platform real soon, right? And let you hear their story, you know, and hopefully you'll be able to support the cause that they doing, man. Like my brother PFK said, man. PFK said, get out the way. Get out the way. Hand me some water while I'm on the front line. But don't get in my way. You know, you want to donate some money, but don't get in my way. You know what I'm saying? He's like, some people need to stay home, or some people need to just come and give me some water while I'm on the front line. Man, shout out to PFK Boom. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Wolf. Those my peoples, man. Real talk, man. I'm gonna hit him tomorrow, talk to him, man, so I can see if I can get some footage, because I couldn't make it to the last one because I had some temple business and then the show and all this type of stuff. But anyway, I heard it was a beautiful thing. Shout out to my brother Ace Corner Talk. If y'all get a chance, check out my brother Ace Corner Talk. You know what I mean? Check out my brother Ace Corner Talk. Real talk, man. Check them out, man. He talked that talk. He from Baltimore too. Absolutely, much love, brother. Much love, man. Also, I want y'all, man, when 300 Gangsters Entertainment put up their page, man, y'all need to get some of this music. And Wolf, I heard that music you was rocking. Yeah, I was too busy running my mouth and all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of like a star or something. I don't know. But I heard the music, brother. We need some of that music. I'm going to clean it up, though, because they go hard. They go hard. They go hard. We're going to play that on Talk Bay Live. Peace and love, family. I appreciate y'all, and we're going to do this again real soon. I've been on here for a little while. I got to go now. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to go out with this.
These guys, man. Oh, tapping, misrepresenting the lessons. Yeah, you screaming black power, but what the hell is the progression? Tapping, misrepresenting the lessons. Yeah, you screaming black power, but what the hell is the progression? Tapping. And y'all falling for this? Come on, man. Boy, stand up. Tapping, but like your brain, your face, your feet, screaming black power, but you ain't busting the grave. Silly Sandy be yelling, he do a whole lot of cussing. He be talking all loud, but ain't saying nothing. Tell you, bang on the beat.